This is Casey's Skyscraper deck. He piloted it to a first place finish at the World Championship Celebration OTS event.
I played Sky Striker, so I'll go through 3 Ray. And this is the only normal summon now, because Phantom Sky Blaster is not in this deck, so definitely just max out on this. 2 Ash Blossoms is limited in this. Then we have 3 Gammas, the Driver, which is the engine requirement for this, 3 Impermanence, and then the Effect Veiler. This just served to be like the 9th hand trap, and that was strictly it. Plus his Impermanence, Impermanence just seems like the strongest thing to hit against like a Soldane like Firewall Dragon. Moving to Sky Striker stuff, so it's 3 Engage, 3 Widow. This is good to hard draw, so this is the only reason why a lot of people play this card at 3 now. And unfortunately this card is limited under this list, but 3 Area 0. I maxed out on this too because I really wanted the engine to get started. I would rather have duplicate copies of certain cards instead of brick and just not have anything at all. 2 Multi-Rule. I go back and forth with this 2 and 3 with this, but I felt like under the restrictions I couldn't afford to have duplicate copies of cards like this versus others. So 2 Afterburners. This is good too because it is really strong against Altergeist, Trickstar. Sometimes you just need a card to search also. So I'll play Shark Cannon. Shark Cannon's really good because without Hornet Drones, it's harder to climb the link ladder, make certain link monsters. So you can utilize your opponent's graveyard to create link summons. So that was really strong. And then I played Eagle Booster as well. This is good in the deck because when you summon your second Shizuku after you summon your second Kagari, you search this on your end phase. So that your third Kagari's effect can resolve. Because when both players know that they both have Widow Anchor, you can't reach Hercules' base to keep playing the game, because if they try to Widow Anchor your card to take it, and you Widow Anchor your own Kagari to keep it, that doesn't do anything for you because your Kagari is still negated because you're negating your own Kagari, so they don't get it, so you can't continue to play the game. And then of course we still played Jamming Wave. And Hercules' base to keep playing. Upstart Goblin, Rhoda, Terraforming is limited, so 2 MST. I liked this over Twin Twisters because Gookie's heavy, and I didn't want to have Twin Twister against Gookie's, really can't afford to brick against that deck. But this serves as removal against a lot of other decks, but at the same time it can still be an engine piece in its own deck because you can Space Typhoon your field spell. And you get to your starter cards that way as well. Sorry if I keep coughing, I was super sick. So we played the 1 Metalfoes Fusion and then the 3 Foolish Goods to send. Also Foolish Goods can just of course get you to engage your starter pieces as well. Going to the extra deck. 3 Kagari, 3 Shizuku. Sadly you can't play the new Link monster Hyate because it was in the latest set, Cybernetic Horizon. So this is for the Sky Striker Link monsters. Link Karibo also is Link 1, and Clara and Rishka is Link 1. This is a normal summon. This is kind of cool because you can outdeck Secret Village, which the Altergeist deck is going to play, but a lot of rogue decks for Worlds that a lot of people in the local area are going to play too. So a lot of spellcaster decks like Dark Magician and stuff. So you can still just commit a normal summon and out Secret Village that way. Space Insulator. This card is very much not cuttable because these 2 cards make Ningir suit out stuff as well. Nightmare Phoenix, removal, Ningir suit removal. This doesn't target either, and it just sends. So it's just this card's really honestly just one of the strongest cards in the extra deck. Decode Talker. This can probably be ignored. This is just in here to be able to run over monsters if need be. This is the biggest flex spot ever. Nightmare Unicorn, also really strong. Topologic Bomber Dragon, and Omega because we do play Gammas. There's no reason not to play this. Also, you only have 1 Hornet Drones, So it's kind of cool to enter game states where you have multi-role set, and this can put back your limited Hornet drones to allow you to keep playing the game. Side decks, 3 Cyber Dragons. Outside of the Gookie deck, where Aqua Dolphin can try to rip a card out, but it can't because they don't control a monster with enough attack points. This is like kind of strong against like really simplified decks like Trickstar. So sometimes like this is just a threat on its own, and they can't out it. I found the same case actually funny enough with like Altergeist. There's just like monsters are like super strong or super weak. Sorry, this is just kind of like hard for them to deal with. Shared Ride, still just like a really good card to go first with. Mind Control. This is really strong in the mirror match also. You can like take their monster and they can't like negate it to prevent you from taking it, and it also is a spell card, so it's kind of like a very strong version of Widow Anchor when you're strictly playing the mirror match. Still play Evenly Matched. This is just complete blowout. There's just it hits flood monsters, it hits flood back row. Like you don't even need to explain this. Unending Nightmare was probably the strongest card I played in my side deck. It's really good against Altergeist, it's really good against Floodgates, and it is a trap card, so Secret Village can't, like, you can still activate this card under Secret Village. So playing against Altergeist, you can hit their Protocol, you can hit Imperial Order, which is strong because this isn't a spell card. You can hit Anti-Spell Fragrance. Then the Chimera Tech for the Cyber Dragon.
All right, thank you, Casey.